I found out about the existence of alternate universes. I wondered if Dewdrop, who was my comfort plush who I first got when I was only about 8 years old or so, was there as well. If these alternate universes are the same as our universe except other decisions were made over there, a strange version of my comfort doll has to be there somewhere. I texted my friend Clark and told him to come over because I found out something really interesting. He came over and I told him about these alternate universes.
These are common knowledge,
he said.
You didn't know about them?
He asked. I've been busy with other things, I said back. There's a strange version of my comfort doll out there, I know it.
There may be, but how do you think you're going to reach them?
My friend asked. I say we develop a messaging app that we can reach alternate universes with. I said. Clark then asked,
How do you think we're going to do that?
And I told him, using quantum computers and AI. He said,
As if that has a chance of working.
Then I asked, at the very least, can we please try it? He agreed somewhat reluctantly, and we got started. Now, before I get on with the story, I want to speak about the alternate universe. This alternate universe had banned cookies, never invented the light bulb, but at the same time, the Industrial Revolution happened 200 years before, which gave them some cool technologies. The technologies they had were many, but I'll only list a few for time's sake. The first one that I want to speak about is this one food generator, which was shaped like a toaster. You could enter a prompt, what you wanted the food to be like, and it would come out. You could ask for anything, but if you entered a strange prompt, like a string of random symbols, you would get something like a cookie that tasted like bread. Another technology they had was an anti-gravity bike that could fly up to 50,000 feet. A third technology they had was something that was titled an updating video, and what this was a video that could update to make itself more consistent with the time. For example, if someone made a video of themselves grilling a hot dog, then they painted that wall, the video would update the color of the wall, so it's the same as it is in real life. We messaged AI for help with creating this app, and we also were allowed to use a quantum computer from a place when we told them we were making a chat app that could talk to other universes. This app took a couple of months to make, but when it was done, it looked like it was going to work. We were told there were so many alternate universes that the list was a couple hundred gigabytes long. My friend then said to me,
Your computer's almost out of space.
I replied, but my PC handheld isn't. I can run the app from there. We got home and we ran it from my room. I had to look through the different universes and I picked one that looked like it spelled cheesecake. Cheesecake is my favorite dessert, so I thought this would fit quite well. I messaged Dewdrop at last and I said, Hey, I'm so glad to finally talk to you. The conversation was very strange though. He kept saying things like, look over there, or what's behind that door, and also, run fast right now. The conversation transpired in this way.
Hey Chris, I'm glad we can talk as well. Remember the times we had in the past? What's behind the door?
What do you mean, what's behind the door? I remember the times past, they were great. Remember how easy and straightforward life used to be? He said to me, I didn't say that.
What are you saying? Yes, I remember those times. Run fast right now.
He responded with, I'm not saying these things. I said to him that, if you're not saying these things, please send an updating video of yourself. Dewdrop gave me an updating video. At first, Dewdrop said, I like you, while facing 90 degrees away from me, which was weird. Then I saw the video was updating. Now he was facing only 75 degrees away from me.
I like you,
he said yet again. Why is this video even updating? Why is he turning? Asked out loud. Then the video uploaded yet again. This time around, Dewdrop was only turned 60 degrees away. And again he said,
I like you.
Then the video was updating yet again, this time I anticipating what was coming. Because the next part was one of the most strange scenes I've ever seen in my life. Now Dewdrop was only 45 degrees away from me. He had a strange angry look on his face and he had horns, but only 2 of them. But they were long and a deep red color. I thought, is he evil in another universe? I thought he was supposed to be based.
I found you,
he said. What do you mean you found me? I asked out loud. The video updated once again and now he was facing a mere 30 degrees away. He had more horns and looked a bit angrier.
I found you, he said.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to update for a 5th time. He was going to turn and say, I found you again. The video updated and again I was right.
I found you,
he said as he looked even angrier and had so many horns. I knew what was going to happen in the next update. He was going to be looking at me directly in the eyes. I thought he was going to say I found you, but again I was wrong. This time he said something I would never forget. The video updated again, but to my shock, the background was just completely black, and now he had a weird smile, and said this time in a whole new voice,
I found you, I'm gonna come now.
Just then I heard my basement door slam wide open. I heard something racing up the stairs. I didn't know what to do, so I decided to take a chance when he was in another room, and I ran as fast as I'm physically able to and left my house. I was running down the street for some building with others in it that I could call police from, but there was nothing. I wasn't going to be stupid, so I stayed away from the forest. I was going to hide in a restaurant or a convenience store or something. I was running and I was halfway to a convenience store when I heard something rushing behind me. Just when I thought things were at its ultimate worst, Dewdrop was right behind me and he said, "I just wanted to give you a hug." Then he turned exactly how he looked as my plush and said, "I only wanted to give you a hug. You know, I was just joking around." We went home and had a great fun time together. We played video games, talked about programming, did some funny stories, and then went to bed. When I woke up, he was gone. When I was done getting ready, I saw a note on my table in my room. I looked at it and it said, "I had to go. I'll hopefully come back soon."